Hello, my loyal subjects. It is me, the Empress, and today I'm going to do a stream on career mode for Planet Zoo. As you can see, I have done a couple levels previously, but I'm going to start again at the very beginning. And just as a little side note, I did upload a video to my YouTube channel today, The Empress, and I will put the link to it in the chat. So feel free to check it out. You can, it would be great if you guys liked the video, as well as subscribe to my channel and maybe even made a comment, but it's up to you. So thank you so much in advance. Another little side note is that my groceries still have not arrived, and of course they're going to interfere with my stream, so I will have to go for a couple seconds just to get that and put them away. So I do thank you guys in advance for your patience. But for now, let's get into Planet Zoo. There we go. I'm gonna do easy mode. Might as well do it all in easy mode, and then medium, and then hard. But I don't think we'll get all of that done tonight. There will be future streams. Oh, and here are my groceries right on cue. I just let them in, so I'll have to go in a couple minutes just to pick them up from my door. If you guys have never played Planet Zoo before, it's actually quite a hefty game. I don't know, I actually had to get a new computer to play it, but it actually turned out to be really good because now I have a computer that I can stream and make videos on, and it's really awesome, so I do recommend it.
Heyo at Hematu. Yeah. Sorry about that. I have a habit of slipping back into the Planko language. It's good to finally
just
meet
taking
you
my headphones so I can hear the
I'm
door knock.
Bernard, although I insist you call me Bernie.
Okay, Bernard.
The only person who calls me Bernard is my wife. And even then, only when I've tracked elephant dung into the carpets.
Interesting.
As you know, I own several zoos, but I always like to show people the ropes here at my home. This is the first zoo I ever opened, and a source of great pride for me. And prize, thanks to a lion breeding program we ran in the 80s. But
It's
we're in
running
the
a
middle
little
of
slow.
a big renovation, and that's where you come in. Sadly, our old contractor had to retire after developing a fur allergy. Poor devil kept sneezing his dentures into the lion habitat. So, it's up to you to finish everything off. Don't worry, though. I'm not completely throwing you in at the deep end. My head keeper, Nancy Jones, will be lending a helping hand.
There it is.
She's
I'll be
a
right
hard
back.
worker,
Thank you so
and
much.
she'll expect you
I'll
to
let
be
this
too.
play so you guys
But
can listen to
I'm
it.
sure you'll get along like a house on fire. Even better, one that isn't on fire. Less shouting that way.
Hello there. From that rosy, fresh face of yours, I'm guessing you're Bernie's new hire. Good. Now, I hope you're ready to ditch your diploma because we're about to get really hands-on. But before we begin the real work, how about we familiarize you with the zoo by learning how to fly around it and visiting some of our beautiful animals? We'll start by popping over and having a look-see at the grizzly bears in their habitat.
Hi, sorry about that. Thank you so much for your patience. Let's get started with this. Okay, we're gonna locate the grizzly bear habitat. Well, that was
Did
easy.
you know that grizzly bears, also known as
candy.
Ursus arctos horribilis, can
Horribilis.
hibernate for 7 months a year?
They're horrible.
But then again,
I kinda like them,
given
though.
a chance, I think a lot of people would do that too.
All right.
Select one of the bears and you'll bring up its information panel. This is where you can find out all kinds of information about your animal. The most important thing being its overall welfare. You'll learn more about animal welfare today as we go through your objectives. But for now, let's enjoy this magnificent animal. Why don't you select the camera at the bottom of its information panel?
Now we're heading over to the West African lion habitat. Locate. Okay, there we go. Locate the empty
Unfair
habitat.
Leo, or the West African lion deer. Lions are the most social of the big cats, and there can be as many as 40 lions in a pride. Although prides of that size are pretty rare. As Bernie would say, those lions are awesome. Which is precisely why I handle training instead these days. Anyway, how about we get started on these objectives? Come on, let's head over to an empty habitat and see what needs doing there.
It's been a really long time since I played Planet Zoo. So I'm trying to remember where you go to get like the habitat list. Habitats. Okay, so one of these has got to be empty. Right here. Common warthog. Heading over there.
As you can see, it's a lovely space for animals, but it's missing a certain something. Well, two somethings. Warthogs. So I'd like you to adopt a
My
pair.
cat's
To
like
adopt
pretending to be
animals, you need
graceful
open
right
the
now.
Animal market, which is in the animal
You know,
trading
Penelope,
section.
I can't see the button that I need. Come on. Yeah. Okay, animal trading.
There we are, a pair of perfectly splendid warthogs for our zoo. Just click on them and select Adopt from the side menu. Normally the animal exchange would be full of animals, but I've emptied out the market while you learn how it works. The last thing I need
Come
is
here.
accidentally
I
ordering
know.
a dozen elephants.
Well, that would be fun. Okay. And
When you adopt an animal, it's automatically placed in a trade center. where
thank
they're
you so
held
much,
until
the
you
Epic
get to
Gamer, for the
open
follow.
habitat.
You are officially one of
As
my
it
loyal
happens, you are.
subjects.
So how about you move them into their new home?
All right. So we're getting that done. And we'll just wait for the next instruction because I can't remember what exactly it is. Oh, look at all these visitors.
When you ask for an animal to be moved into a habitat, your caretakers will go to the trade center, collect your animal, and deliver them to your selected habitat. I've marked the trade center's location.
I'm good,
so
thank
let's
you.
go
How are
and watch the
you?
caretakers in action.
All right. See, I think I got rid of the panel that tells me all my goals. Or maybe, oh, there we go. Objectives. Locate the Animal Trade Center. Boom.
As you can see, those caretakers.
That's
think all
awesome.
about
Thanks
will
for
move those
joining in
animals to
today.
their destination as fast as possible. Of course, normally we'd have to place the animals into quarantine before moving them into a habitat. But I am assured by a person of good standing that these warthogs are in the very rudest of health. Right, let's get the warthog's habitat finished up so we can keep them nice and happy.
All right,
You
we're
see,
adding
each
some stuff to the
animal in
warthog's
zoo has an
habitat.
Overall welfare statistic, basically how happy they are. And that overall welfare statistic is itself comprised of 4 different areas.
Habitat?
Nutrition, social health, habitat, and enrichment.
So it wants us to add a feeding station, a
Luckily,
water
if you
station,
select
and a
an
toy
animal, you'll bring up
enrichment.
their animal welfare
Food
information
and
panel,
water.
which we saw earlier.
Let's
When you
also
see
go
how
in
they
here
that
and
way,
filter
you'll know
for common
exactly
warthog.
what areas
so that we can make sure
Don't worry
we
if that's a lot to remember. You can always check
we
the
find the right
Wikipedia for more
ones for the
information.
animal. Okay, so maybe they don't want me to do that.
Let's start by making sure we're taking
Okay.
care of the warthog's nutrition
Yeah,
welfare.
they're really
To do
controlling
we
this.
need to place a food station and a drinking station.
Well-
Now, each animal requires a different type of feeding station. And for the warthogs, it's a small feeding trough. So let's add one of those and a water bowl.
There we go. Yes, we've done that, so now we gotta add some enrichment items. But they haven't added those in here yet, so we gotta wait. I'm running faster than the game is, apparently.
Animals also require stimulation to keep them happy. Let's add a lovely mud bath for the warthogs to roll around in. That bath will count towards their enrichment welfare, specifically their toy
Excellent.
enrichment welfare.
There we go. Let's see what we need to do next. Locate the highlighted area. Okay. I think
Oh, nice work. You've got a knack for this, I see. Now, our contractor had to leave in a hurry, so this place is in a feral state. And
Pause time.
jigs and what's-its all over the shop. But the first thing we need to finish is the ostrich habitat.
all
Over
right.
near the hippos.
All right. So we need to finish it. I mean, it says add a habitat gate and complete the boundary. Connect the habitat to the path.
That's more
Okay.
like it. A quick break. Sometimes it's a good idea to pause the game whilst you're doing something which requires your concentration, because it'll stop the zoo spinning out
What
of
I
control
wanna
while
do
you're looking the other way. Let's keep the game paused while we
is
get this ostrich
find-
habitat built.
Does it gonna ask us to? Okay.
Job number 1 here is to add a habitat
last
gate
time.
before we complete the barrier. Every habitat needs a habitat gate. After all, how else would the keepers get in and out? Just make sure it's hooked up to the path so the keepers can reach it.
I'm just trying to see if there's This is way better than any zoo I've ever designed, so that's a thing right there. Okay, there we go. And so we pause the time. Let's complete the
barrier
boundary.
So we can adopt us some ostriches. I've marked out an area for you to use, so I'd like you to finish off the perimeter using
zoom
the print
in.
barrier.
Okay, let's zoom out so I can make sure I get this in there and kind of like get over top, because I often find that that is key for these types of things. And I really don't know that we need 12 meter at this point. There we go. Whew! Look at me go! All right, now let's, now we can kind of extend this maybe a bit longer, because I think it's going to be a lot easier from here on out. Maybe not that long. But getting it going sometimes is the challenge, as you can see by the fact that I just put it in a diagonal line. Who knew? Making it shorter again. Okay. I am really bad at barriers. I always have been. I'm really good at building, like I wish, you know how on The Sims you've got the wall tool? I really wish that they did that like this. But for now, we will just continue with my shaky barrier.
Good work.
Or at least a smooth
Remember,
tool.
before
That
you
would be
can
good
place
too. So
animals
you could
in
just
any
smooth it.
habitat, it has to have a full loop of connected barrier.
Okay.
Now, you've probably noticed that guests can't actually see into this habitat
Yes.
at the moment. At least not without a stepladder. But seeing as they're banned, I'd like you to select a piece of barrier and swap out the brick for a glass barrier so the guests can see in.
So we're going to edit the barrier. And maybe do it like this. And I should be able to just say glass. Let's see if this counts. No, they literally want this.
There
Okay,
you go.
that can be
Adding
arranged.
in more windows gives guests even more opportunities to see the animals in a habitat. It's always best to make sure the guests can get a good view into a habitat from the path they're walking on, because it makes them happy, and because this would be a pretty terrible zoo if they couldn't.
Yeah.
The last thing we need
All
to
right.
do is to add a donation box.
Here we
So
go.
when guests enjoy the view of an animal, they'll make a donation. Just make
Now
sure
we
you put
unpause
them
time.
to reach places like near a viewing point. Donation
Adopt
boxes
4
are the
common
main sources
ostriches.
of income for the zoo, so make sure you remember them.
Adopting 1. 2. These are coming from common seizure. So I guess they were adopted.
As well as pausing the game, you
Or,
can speed the game up by clicking on the fast forward button.
What's that word I'm
It'll
thinking
run
of?
everything at 2 times and 5 times faster. It can be useful,
Confiscated.
especially if you're waiting for money to accumulate or for animals to be delivered to your habitat. Personally, I use it when I'm waiting for a brew to finish. All right, you've finished the habitat, so it's high time we adopted those ostriches, don't you think? Let's get 4 of them in here.
Delivery scheduled. Come on. Send to zoo. Delivery scheduled. Delivery scheduled. And the final one.
While we wait for them to be collected by the caretakers and brought to the habitat, you should get it ready for them. Add a suitable feeding station, water station, and an appropriate food enrichment item.
A food enrichment item.
It's
Okay.
often best to place things like enrichments and feeding stations near to the habitat perimeter, so guests can get a really good view of the animals.
I think this counts as a food enrichment. And just to double check, common ostrich. There we go. Right there. Large. And a small water trough, common ostrich. I knew they'd be the ones that we want, but it really is worth looking into it, I think. You know? And that can go there. I do believe we're going to need to...
Oh, good to see the ostriches have somewhere they can really stretch their legs. Did you
all
know
right.
They can actually run at 43 miles per hour?
I can run faster.
Heaven forbid they ever escape. The speed camera fines alone would bankrupt us.
All right, so we're going to be building a keeper hut, and then we're going to power the keeper hut. I think it's for the ostriches. Yes, it is. You can see where they want you to put it. So facilities,
Well, Bernie certainly seems impressed.
staff
Did you do a
facilities,
speed camera, Joe?
keeper hut.
Every time we get an ostrich. So, now we've made the ostriches' lives a bit better, let's do the same for the keepers, shall we? To make it easier for the keepers to feed the ostriches...
I
and
cannot
hippos,
remember
we
the
should build a
tool
keeper
to
hut.
rotate.
Keeper huts are where the keepers prepare
I've been
food
playing The
for
Sims all
animals,
day,
so they should be placed
and-
into the habitats to make sure the keepers don't waste their time walking when
it's
they
the Z
should
key.
be looking after the animals. You'll need to rotate the keeper hut to get it to connect up to the path.
All right, there we go. We built the keeper hut. We also need to power the keeper hut. Utilities, water treatment, and power. We're gonna need power, but she hasn't.
This keeper hut only has space for one keeper, but the larger keeper hut can allow multiple keepers to prepare food at the same time. Oh, but bear in mind that keeper huts and other staff facilities shouldn't be placed near to areas where there are lots of guests. Guests don't like seeing facility building.
Which is so untrue. Like,
Happiness.
everyone loves like seeing the zoo and the behind the scenes. Like, I think it's a
Something
little
that all
ridiculous.
facilities, shops, and a whole host of other objects need is power, and that obviously includes your newly built keeper hut. So let's place a transformer next to it, shall we?
Oh, impressed. It's been so long. I cannot remember the I'm gonna do it like that.
Now,
Oh,
the reason
invalid
everything's
rotation.
gone blue is because you're using the power heat map. This map allows you to see what is and what isn't powered in your zoo. So once you've placed your transformer, you can click in the bottom left to turn the heat map off.
There we go. Apparently, that was an invalid rotation. There we go. All right.
Lovely work. Now the keepers can start using the hut to prepare food, and thanks to where you've put it, they won't need to walk very far to deliver it to the ostriches and hippos. let's get on to your next objective then. Bengal tigers. We want to adopt some, but I'm afraid there's nothing ready for them yet.
Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Add a habitat gate. Complete the boundary. All right. So let's go into the Zoopedia, and before we go and choose a boundary.
Your next job is to build a habitat from scratch. And
All
concrete
right.
and glass, I expect. So go ahead and build it. Just
10
make sure
foot-
the habitat includes that big
Grade 3,
hole.
10-foot climb roof.
And don't forget to add a habitat gate to the barrier.
Okay. Grade
Oh,
3,
and
that's
make
grade
sure the guests
6.
will be able
Grade
to
3,
see the tigers.
not climbable. Let's go with grade 3 because, hey, why not? It's all we need, and it's glass. I actually think they're asking for a very specific area, so I'm just going to do this just to see, because that seems a little intense of a specific area. And so I suspect that as long as you have it in here, they'll be happy. This always takes me a while to figure out. I really, really wish this was just a bar like on The Sims. Like, I can build on The Sims, no problem. I just find Planet Zoo building very difficult, you know? I was a lot better, but I'm out of practice, you know, so... Oh my god. And these bubbles are driving me crazy. Okay. This is embarrassingly bad. I really have not played enough of this game lately, have I? All right. We gotta add a habitat gate. Which I just want to look around here, see if there's some staff facilities right over there. So I'm gonna add the habitat gate over here to make it easier for them to get into the habitat.
Now, Bernie takes safety very seriously at his zoos, so we should probably make sure those tigers can't jump out of their habitat, don't you think?
Yes.
The way we'll do it is by changing the height of the habitat's barrier. Okay then,
Edit barrier.
you should start by double-clicking the habitat barrier, which will take you into barrier editing mode.
That is not what was supposed to happen. All right. I've never seen that happen before.
Great. Now highlight the entire perimeter of the habitat.
Yes,
you can
I
do
know.
that by clicking and dragging the barrier selection tool.
Oh, Nancy. Let's go over here. Oh, this is such a nice barrier. I am definitely so proud of myself for this one. Okay, so as you can see, it's
Now you've
only
got all of the
2.2
perimeter
meters.
selected,
So
you
let's...
can increase the height of it by clicking and dragging
I
the
think it
barrier
actually
height
said
tool
10
upwards.
feet, but
You
now
want
I've
to
got
make
it
sure
in
reaches
meters,
a height
so...
of at least 3.7 meters.
There we go. There we go. Good enough. Not just good, it's good enough. Now, the other thing that I think is happening here is I think I've got the... Oh, no. Okay, never mind. I thought it was the one-way glass vent barrier, and I thought I had it set up wrong. Let's have a look at what else we need to do for this. Okay, build a new... Okay, yeah, that's what we've done. Yes, we've done that, but for some reason there must be a low part. Or I just haven't clicked out. So let's just have a good look around. Okay, it must be just because I haven't clicked out of it. All right. Why do you not think it's 3.7 meters? Because, oh my God. Is it because it's more than 3.7 meters? Let's have another good look. Right here.
Now that the habitat is in place, don't forget to put down a donation box near to your viewing areas. We need every dollar we can get. Especially as these tigers aren't exactly eating instant noodles for lunch.
Well, why don't you feed them that then? It's not my fault. Adopt 2 Bengal tigers and set up the Bengal tiger habitat.
Okay, that's the habitat boundary complete, the habitat gate's in place, and most importantly, the tigers won't be able to jump out of it anymore. I think it's time we adopted those tigers.
All right, so
Once
now
our
we definitely
trusty
need some
caretakers
water,
collect and deliver the
which I don't think
tigers,
is in
let's take a look at
it's
preparing the habitat for their
nature.
arrival.
Oh,
We'll start with
terrain.
the basics. Add a suitable feeding station for them.
All right, let's get that feeding station now. Oh, habitat. Large food tray, Bengal tiger. Let's put that here.
Yes, that'll do nicely. Of course, just like the warthogs and ostriches.
Oh, I don't
these
need water
tigers
because I have a big
also need some
pond.
enrichment. Why
Okay,
don't you
add
some
food
suitable
enrichment
toy
and toy
food
enrichment.
items into their habitats.
Toy enrichment. All right, cool. This is a good one. I like watching the tigers use this. Let's add that there. A food enrichment. Ooh, a word I don't say, pumpkin. I have a
It's
phobia.
really starting to take shape. Now, the tigers will need a shelter in their habitat so they can hide from the guests.
Hard
or
shelter.
More likely the bad weather. Although given that we're in England, you might want to think of that just as normal weather. Go on, add a shelter to their habitat. You can either build one from various suitable bits and bobs, or if you like, just pop down the blueprint that I've already built for you.
Okay, now I want to make sure it's not going through the habitat. Okay, there we go. And that I also want to make sure that it's not floating. And as you can see, it is in part. So I'm going to lower it down a bit and then click OK. And increase the terrain to
Poor Dabs.
100%.
I'm sure it can't have escaped your attention that the tigers look a bit miffed. That's because they aren't too keen on the type of terrain in their habitat. Select a tiger and bring up its information panel.
Okay, too much, not enough short grass, too much long grass, very standard. So we start with
How they
this.
feel about the different types of terrain. That'll tell you what the tigers need more of or less of in this habitat.
Okay, now we need some soil. Oops, come on. Also, I kind of like to add some, oh, there is soil around the water already.
Right then. All animals need plants and trees from their own biome or continent. You know, deserts, savannas, or Asia, Europe, that sort of thing. It looks like these tigers need a few more plants in their habitat. To get a perfect fit, use plants from the rainforest and temperate biomes that are native to Asia.
Rainforest and temperate
Although if you
biome.
have to, you can get away with using just one or the other.
All right, so
The tigers will also want a certain amount of
biome.
their habitat to be covered by those plants. To find out
Temperate.
which plants to use and how many, select a tiger and go to the Environment tab.
Tropical.
As you can see, some of the plants currently in the habitat aren't quite right for the tiger, like the wattle bushes. You can remove them if you want.
I
You can
cannot
find
remember
all
how to
the
drop a
plants you need
plant
in the
once I
nature
have it.
section, and you can use the filters to only show the types of plants you want to see. In this case, that's plants from the rainforest or temperate biomes.
Tropical or temperate biomes. Okay, how about a holly tree? Let's see how they like that. All right. Oh, the terrain is good. The hard shelter is good. I didn't really care about the holly tree. Let's add an elm tree. There we go. Let's add another elm tree over here since they liked that so much. We also have 73% of the plants they need. We just need to improve some coverage with maybe a hawthorn acacia tree. And there we go. And we did it! Let's go for
They
gold.
say that good fences make good neighbors. I guess that's doubly true when one of the neighbors is a Bengal tiger. Still, those tigers look so happy that I doubt they'd leave. Even
All
if I
right.
could poke a hole in their fence.
Let's go for gold.
Oh, but for heaven's sake, don't test that theory.
Thanks, Tips. Locate the highlighted area.
Right, let's head over to the Indian peafowls. I've been told that we need to improve their social welfare.
All right, there's an easier way to do this. Into here, habitats, Indian peafowl, right here.
Now then, just find one of the peafowls and select them to open an information panel. Then we can have a good gander at how they're doing. Although technically, I suppose gandering would just be for geese.
Plants. They need less short grass. And more coverage. Okay, so plants and coverage. So let's go to nature first.
Expand their social welfare and we can get a bit more detail.
So these guys, ideal plant range, Asia. We can do that. Biome, continent, how about, and Asia. Okay? Do I have anything else? I'm very confused. Why is this not working? Maybe it's just because the game is not expand social welfare. Okay. Social welfare.
Now, they've clearly
Social
got
group.
plenty of space and they're not stressed, but it looks like their social group isn't quite right. So let's find out more. Click on the social tab at the top of their information panel to see what's wrong.
Too few adults and juveniles in the animal social group. Okay. Oh, the social tab.
As you can see, the peafowls need their population to be larger. To solve
It's like I know what to do, so I just keep
problem,
going ahead, but then the game is not ready for me to do that.
Off you pop to the animal market then.
All right. Let's send this to zoo. Now let's go to the animal trading center to get the other ones in there. And for the final one.
Good work on those peafowls. I expect they'll be delivered soon. But sadly, it sounds like our snow leopard is a bit grumpy. Let's head over there and see
All
what's
right,
wrong
so
with it.
apparently they don't need more plants, even though they clearly do. Snow leopard. More like, no leopard, You know when you go to a zoo and you see the snow leopard, but you never see the snow leopard? Yeah.
Just like people, animals can suffer from stress if things aren't quite right. You know, like when you see someone put in the milk before the tea bag. In the case of these snow leopards, they're a bit stressed by their lack of privacy. You can lower their stress levels by swapping out the normal glass barrier by their cave for one-way glass. It's not a cheap option, but I think they're worth the expense, don't you? This will give the snow leopards somewhere to go when they want to get away from the prying eyes of the guests.
Or at least believe they have. Open the temperature view mode and add 3 coolers.
Of course, when an animal isn't in its natural biome, it's probably going to be too hot or too cold. Unsurprisingly for the snow leopards, it's too hot. Even with the terrible British weather, you should help cool it down by adding some coolers to their habitat. But let's start
Trying to do that, Nancy? Huh.
and having a look-see at the temperature
All right.
of the leopard's habitat.
Yeah. Yeah. Already done that. Okay.
As you can see, we already have one cooler in there. Let's pop some more down and get as much of the habitat as chilly as we can. Luckily for us, this habitat already has power, but you'll need to make sure of that in the future. Just so you know, if any part of a habitat is powered, then the whole habitat will be powered.
Let's get one in here for these guys, because, yeah, that's where they think they have privacy. Okay. Of course, I can't find it now, so... There he goes. He's like, oh, it's not too cold. It's not too cold out here now. Okay, one more. One more. I really hope that that is one-way glass. Oh, it is. Okay, it is. Because I was like, that would be so annoying. And one over here.
Heat maps for all sorts of helpful things, so do be sure to explore them and make good use of them.
All right, what is the next thing I need to
The
do?
temperature to adjust once you've added coolers or heaters, but now we've got
Increase
the coolers
terrain
in,
welfare
we
to
can address the leopards'
100%.
terrain welfare. You see, what the leopards really want in here is snow and rock, so let's make that happen.
All right, let's see how much rock they need. Terrain. All right, environment, probably environment. Where do I go find terrain again? Right here. Okay. Too much long grass. Let's replace that with rock. Because there's not enough rock. And, well, there's never enough snow for a snow leopard. Let's do rough rock over here. And let's get some snow in here. There's still too much long grass, so let's kind of just do away with the long grass as much as we can. All right, now let's add some snow. I may have to adjust the
All of that should give you
Perfect.
a pretty good understanding of how
There we
to
go.
make animals
I guess I
happy.
don't.
So I'd like you to go and check on all the other animals in the zoo and fix up any issues with their
We're
habitat.
gonna return to the menu and do the next one. Vehicle testing zone. What? Goodwin House. More like Badwin House. I showed them. Oh. Okay, they showed me. Well, we're gonna go with Ho. Goodwin House. More like Badwin Ho. Yeah!
It'll increase the average welfare of the animals across the whole zoo.
All right. Let's start a new one of this. Start new. Easy. All right, let's go. This is a really short loading screen. What can I say? Sometimes people think I look like Kirk Van Houten. That's a joke. I don't look anything like him. But for a second there, you thought that I did.
Welcome to Madagascar. It's quite the change of scenery from dreary old England, huh? Apart from the weather, I suppose. They don't call these places rainforests for nothing. The zoo you'll be working in is an ape sanctuary, where we're doing vitally important conservation work. Not just for apes, but for all kinds of species. But apes, well, apes are some of the closest relatives to humans there are. And yet, the way the world treats them is like, well, very much like some of us treat our actual relatives. Anyway, that's why I'm determined that our operation here does some good. If we can all leave some part of the world in a better state than we found it, we'll have lived lives worth living. And speaking of states, I have a horrible feeling I left the house in the right one. When I get back, I expect my life won't be worth living at all.
He's gonna get called Bernard. Mark my words. Mark my words.
What do you think of Madagascar then? Bit
Why
warm
did you
for my
follow me
taste,
here,
to be
Nancy?
honest. Anyway, this is Bernie's primate sanctuary. It's not just primates though. We've got all sorts of animals. So why don't we go and have a look at some of them, eh? We'll start by taking a look at the red-ruffed lemurs. They're the ones that look like they should be in a Shakespeare play. Come on, let's head over to them.
There we go.
Red-ruffed lemurs are found in the rainforests of Masoala. That's in northeast Madagascar. They can actually live anywhere from 15 up to 25 years. Fancy that, eh? Okay, when you're ready, let's go find our Bornean orangutans.
All right, here we go. Here they are. Woo! Okay.
The
That's it.
Bornean
There we go.
orangutan is such a marvelous creature. They're always a big favourite at any zoo they feature in, and they're also the biggest tree-dwelling animal on the planet. Assuming you don't count any lions that got stuck up one. Oh, why don't you take a better look at them? Open up their information panel and go into the animal camera.
All right, did that.
Aren't they just incredible?
Uh-oh.
Dear. It looks
Sounds
a
like
variety
somebody
of
got
different-
out.
One of the habitats.
Oh no, the bonobo died.
And wouldn't you know it, one of the bonobos has made a run for it. We'll need
Guess
to
I
catch
should
them.
go for that
Before we
first.
do, we should box up the other bonobos to stop them escaping too. Select the habitat boundary to bring up the habitat information panel.
Maybe it's here.
Good. Now open the animals tab.
Box all animals.
Now, we'll need a vet to recapture that escaped bonobo, but it seems our last one left to do some research in the wild. Not an ideal situation. So, we'll need to hire a replacement, sharpish. Go into the zoo section and then into the staff management area.
Hired a vet. Hey,
Great. Now let's deal with our escapee.
I
before they
said.
can cause too much havoc. Use the animal alerts to jump to the escaped bonobo.
The animal alerts. Perfect.
And then click on the call.
He's just standing there and everyone's it's like, hey, hey. Where? There you are. Emergency capture call vet.
Okay, that's
There
a
we
relief.
go. Let's locate the highlighted area.
With our bonobo friend, let's go fix up their habitat so they can't escape again. Head back over there. As you can see, the barrier's collapsed.
Oh, I can see it.
Obviously. Let's get this one replaced. Select the barrier and then we'll edit it. Delete the broken section of barrier and replace it with a brand spanking new one.
There we go.
Good. Now that we've done that, we need to make sure to add climb-proof barriers to the top.
Okay.
That way the bonobos won't be able to climb out. Just make sure you've got the correct piece of barrier selected when you do that.
One-way glass. I forgot how to do this. Maybe it's in here.
Okay,
Climb-proof.
So go into the options section.
You know what?
and
Just put it on
select
both
which way
sides.
The climb-proof barrier needs to go on. And don't get it wrong. We're more worried about bonobos climbing out than guests climbing in.
There we go. It's now climb-proof.
Nicely done. And I think it's high time we unbox those bonobos, wouldn't you say? Oh, the poor mites will get sad if we leave them in there for too long. Select the habitat barrier to bring up the habitat information panel again.
Okay, I'm still on the fence, and it's not on the fence. That's funny. There we go. Now let's click on this.
And then open the animals tab.
I think they are unboxed. Oh, no, they're not. The other bonobo is just in there.
And finally, click on unbox all animals
There we go.
to let them out. I
There we
expect
go.
They're bursting for the toilet.
Hire 2 mechanics. That can be arranged.
So, it turns out that as well as the old vet leaving, the zoo's mechanics did too. We'll need to hire a couple of new ones so we can
Bronze
stop
complete.
any more breakouts.
All right.
Mechanics do all sorts of helpful things around the zoo.
Really, I had
One of
no
the
idea that
most
mechanics were
important jobs is taking
useful.
care of the habitat
Oh, wait. I think that's common
To
knowledge.
repair them, the barriers will crack, crumble, and fall down. And before you know it, we'll be overrun with escaped animals. Go into the zoo section and then into the staff management area again.
I've already done this. I've already. Okay, there we go.
Gosh, we have been busy, haven't we? Good work there. I'm off for a cuppa. Oh, I think Bernie wants a word with you.
Oh, great. This guy.
Oh, I hear you had a bit of an issue with an escaped bonobo. The main thing is that you dealt with it swiftly, and more importantly, without the animals stealing someone's clothes, putting them on, and then walking out of the front gate.
That's a common issue. It happened to be once at a zoo.
Another key responsibility for our
And then no
vets
one
is
believed me that I was a
research.
human, and I had to live in the ape habitat for like 2 weeks while we got it all sorted out.
Additional information for our
You don't even
education
want to.
resources,
You don't even want to
enhanced
know.
programs and improvements to food quality. The animals' food, not the vets. It'll take more than a research grant to improve the staff canteen. Anyway, as you can see, research is a key part of running your zoo. In order for a vet to undertake research, they require a research centre. And once again, that's something that this zoo is missing. So let's build one. I've marked out an area for you to put it. Now, you've probably noticed that there's already a building where I want you to build the research centre. Don't worry. You see, the building that's currently there is actually a hollow shell. So we're able to place our new building inside of it. If you select the research centre for placement and then hover over the shell, you'll see that it asks if you want to add the research centre to the existing building.
Oh,
Okay, click to add it to the building. Oh, but that won't place it in just yet, though. First, we'll need to rotate our research center so it automatically connects to the path when we place it.
I see. I misunderstood what she was saying. Never mind. Maybe I need it down a little bit. Okay, why is this not creating a piece of path? This should not be this difficult. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Okay. Now let's maybe bring this just a little bit over this way. And see if it will tell me it's obstructed. Maybe it needs to be tilted a little bit. I remember having trouble with this before. What happens if I do this? Can I move this building? Over here. Outside the... Oh, no, I can't because it's outside the... Okay, I see. So let's just undo that. Try this again. There we go. I got it. Finally. What? The stream, I think, is really lagging tonight, and I think it's because Planet Zoo is such a hefty game. My computer always gets so warm. I'm actually going to check on it right now.
By the way, it's worth noting that the vets will only do research when they're not required to do any other jobs. That said, you can change what jobs a vet does via their information panel. But let's not worry about that just
I'm just checking on the fan, seeing if because my computer is 95 degrees, so I need to do something before it freezes.
And select vet research.
Turbo. I think I found Windows to be the best fan, oddly enough. All right. She said to go through. Gotta watch that again. That's okay, Epic Gamer. Thank you so much for joining in. Let's replay this dialogue because I wasn't listening.
Now that we have a brand spanking new research center, we can give our vets something to do in there. Oh, by the way, it's worth noting that the vets will only do research when they're not required to do any other jobs. That said, you can change what jobs a vet does via their information panel. But let's not worry about that just now. So, let's get our vet researching ring-tailed lemurs.
The vet is now researching ring-tailed lemurs.
Select vet research.
Locating the highlighted area. Place education boards for ring-tailed lemur.
2 education boards. Place them on the habitat barriers at a height that guests can see, or, if you like, pop them down on a stand.
All right. Habitat, facilities, construction, blueprints, barriers. I don't think it's habitat. It must be facilities. Yeah. And in there, thank you. Now I don't have to even think about it. Okay, these are so hard to place. Like, look how they come in. You're just like, okay, well, that's stupid. I don't even think it really matters, ultimately, how I place them. So I think I'm just going to place them, like, however. Like, there we go. There's one. Done. Ooh, donation.
from the drop-down list, select ring-tailed lemur. Although I'm sure that last part was obvious. When you link an education board or a speaker to an animal, you need to make sure that said animal is close by. If it isn't, the guests will get confused and won't learn as
Come
much.
on, trees. What are you doing? Why can't you just get out of my way? That's not the idea. That's not the human mentality right there wrapped up in just one sentence. I don't know what is. Yes. I'm going to put this one like
Once
this.
they've been put into position, we have to tell them what animal to display information about.
I think it was just
Select
two,
one of
right?
the education boards to bring up its information panel.
Yes. Okay, now we need to put 2 speakers in here.
Okay, now that we've done the education boards, let's pop down a pair of speakers. Speakers play audio to the guests so they can learn while they look at the animals, instead of having to go through the laborious process of reading.
Let's get rid of that so I can just pop this anywhere. Here's one.
One thing to bear in mind is that it's important not to put the speakers too close together. If you do, the guests won't be able to understand what's being
Which
said.
also does not make sense. But hey, let's pretend. Oops. Come on, get out of
Now
there.
we simply need to link the speakers to the ring-tailed lemurs, just like you did with the education boards.
Ring-tailed lemur. Good. Oh my god, I won't even be able to get to these because there's so many people just clogging up the entrance. I think I actually see it. Okay. No, I don't care about your guest needs. Okay, you bitch, go over here. Hey! Ugh, I hate this lady. But she's never tipped. What a great placement. All right. Collect research. Let's go into here. The research. It's not quite done like they said it would.
Looks as though our vet has completed their research on ring-tailed lemurs.
Oh yeah?
We need to collect the results. We can do that by clicking on the notification.
But they're
or
not
by
done.
going back into the vet research area.
All right. Apparently they're done, even though they clearly were not. All right. Thanks. And let's see what the next thing I need to do is for silver.
Your research rewards.
Satisfy the ring-tailed lemur
Just so you know, vets
climbable
will
area
continue to
requirement.
research an animal even after successfully completing a research level. I suppose when you're in the zone, you're in the
Oh, there's
zone.
one. Hey, get back here, you little bastard. I'm trying to click on you.
Well, now that we've enriched the lives of our guests, let's enrich the lives of our ring-tailed lemurs. Some animals, like lemurs, will have a climbing need. That means they have a requirement for a certain amount of climbing space, and you can fulfill that requirement by building them a climbing frame. Let's find out how much more climbing space our lemur friends need, shall we? Select one of them and bring up their information panel.
Where's this climbing structure? There better be a pre-made one. There we go. Lemur climbing frame. Seems about right.
Next, click on the Terrain tab. Now, as you can see, the lemurs need quite a lot more climbing space. But as it happens, I've already got a climbing frame blueprint built for you. So you can either pop that down or build one yourself from scratch.
Yeah, right. This isn't my zoo. This is your zoo, lady. If you want something built from scratch, you do it yourself.
Not always just climbing needs that you have to worry about. Other animals might need a certain amount of water in their habitat so they can go for a swim. They certainly do keep us on our toes.
Now, let's find out if it's floating. Parts of it. Good enough. It's not just good, it's good enough.
Oh, that's a great climbing
I know, I built it myself.
Absolutely love it. Do you know what would make them even happier, though? Nicer food. But that's true of all of us, though, isn't it?
Well, grade
We
1.
unlock better quality
Grade 2.
food for animals through research. Luckily, we've already unlocked some for the lemurs, so all that remains is to make sure they get served it from now on.
Ooh, we're gonna release this animal to the
Let's
wild.
bring up the habitat information panel by selecting the lemur habitat.
Okay, the habitat information. Oh, this she's just trying to get me to grade the food. I've already done that.
Better food. Oh, you've really spoilt those lemurs rotten.
That's right, I have.
I think
That's
it's
right,
time we looked at one
I
of the
have.
most important responsibilities: releasing animals into the wild. You see, when we feel an animal is ready, we can release them into the wild. But what makes an animal a good candidate for release? Well, their age is an important factor. I mean, we can't release an animal that's a juvenile, just as we can't release one that's gotten too old. They'll also need to be fertile. After all, the idea is to repopulate the wild, so the best candidates will have a high fertility gene. And together, the age and fertility of a candidate will determine how many conservation credits we'll be rewarded when we...
Have a good one.
Now,
Thanks for coming.
conservation credits are vitally important. They're the lifeblood of your zoo, because earning them allows you to adopt even more animals. And what's more, the animals you can adopt will be of a higher quality. So, with that in mind, let's pop over to our orangutan habitat.
Alright, hey, I said
I
alright.
want you to find Agang, the Bornean orangutan in the habitat, and select him, please. You can either click through each orangutan in turn, or select the habitat barrier, go to the animals tab in the habitat information panel, and find him in the animals list.
Releasing into the wild. And I got a bunch of credits. Because that's how that goes.
I know it's sad to see him go, but he'll be happy out in the wild. And he's a wonderful candidate for release. Young, strong, and fertile.
Alright, bronze complete.
Excellent work there.
Oh,
You've
apparently
definitely
silver
got
complete. I thought it was
potential, you know.
bronze, but you're right. It is bronze. Alright.
Ah, I see you've been doing some homework. Although, it hardly seems like work when you're learning about something as adorable as a ring-tailed lemur. I imagine
True.
I'd have got much better
My
grades at
cat has a
school
tail
if
that
there'd been
looks
less
just like a
algebra and
ringtail
more
lemur. It's really
algebra.
cute.
Tortoises.
Alright. To the tortoises. Tortai, as I like to
Now
call
let's
them.
build a new exhibit in the gap that's been left. Just add it to the building like
I
we
remember
did with the
this was-
research
I
centre
struggled with
earlier,
this as
then
well.
pop it into the gap.
Facilities. Guest facilities. Animal exhibits. I believe it's this that I want.
Perfect.
There we
the
go.
next thing to do is adopt an exhibit animal to go in there. How about a Gila monster? Open up the exhibit trading section and adopt one.
Alright, we shall. There we go. Let's see what else she wants me to
Send
do.
an animal to an exhibit, it'll automatically be given the correct setup. But that doesn't mean it's completely ready for them. So let's finish it off. We'll start by adding some enrichment items. Click on the exhibit to bring up its information panel. As I'm sure you know by now,
There
you
we
can
go.
unlock more enrichment levels by having one of your vets do some research.
Ooh.
Now we'll also need to set the temperature and humidity in the exhibit. These are vitally important for keeping our Gila monster happy and comfortable. Click on the Climate tab.
There we go. I think we're gonna be just fine now.
You can see the Gila monster's desired temperature and humidity. You can change both of these by adjusting the dials below. Make sure it's going to be nice and cozy.
3D. There we
There's
go.
also an exhibit education board. Pop them down near your exhibits to teach your guests about them. Let's add one now.
Gotta find it in here. It's not like at the beginning where they just like... There we go. Here it is. She only said one. And one I shall include. Tequila monster. There we go.
Lovely stuff. Now our guests can learn all about our venomous friend here.
Our venomous friend here.
Right, now I've got a bit of a big job for you.
Okay, this is where I started to get like, yeah, it's the average overall welfare of 90% that I struggled with last time.
Animals to do so, which will mean building plenty of new habitats and exhibits for them. Go on, off
10,
you
11,
go.
12. Okay,
I'll check in with you when you're almost done.
let's go into here and to habitats first. And I think from here we can kind of just check on all of these. Make sure, yes. So we've got species there. And here we go. I've got another one with nothing in it. Right over here, so we can just get some species in there right away. And that will bring us up to 9. I feel like I might be in the wrong menu. I feel like... there we go. I need exhibit trading. Let's go with Enrique here. Let's see what Enrique wants. This, and this, and this. What else do you want, Enrique? And that. Alright. And now let's fuck with your temperature. You need it cooler. And you need it more humid. Let's make sure Enrique is happy. Alright, we need it a little... and a little cooler. There we go. So now, our good friend Enrique here should be very happy. Done. Alright. The only thing I want to do is I always find it weird, like, if their enemy is next to them and then they can see it. So, to protect them from having to look at their enemy all day, I think it's really important that I do this. And let's put it 3D. There we go. There you go, Enrique. I care about you so much that I don't let you look at your enemy all day. All right. So now that should be 10. It says it's, oh, I wonder, it says it's actually 9, so I wonder if there was already a exhibits. And what, yeah, okay, so we actually should get rid of Enrique because Enrique is not what I want. So let's go into here, and what do I do? I have to remember. I know that I want that. And move to the trade center. There we go. So let's try again. Enrique, you made me very sad. Okay, how about a Goliath frog? Maybe we'll adopt 2. See if they like that. Oh, right. Exhibit trading. To here. Quick trade. There we go. I may have made money on that. I can't remember. Send to zoo. And back to here. Alright, maybe I sent them both there. Yep, I did. Okay. So let's check this out. They need it to be more humid. Okay. A little too hot. Never mind. I thought I had it right, but I don't. And wait. What? Down a little? There we go. Okay, that's basically as much as I can do for that. But what I can also do is go into here and close window 2 and just look at their social. Okay, they're as happy as they're gonna be, I think. All right, that's fine. So now that should be 10. All right. That research is complete. I don't remember asking her to do research, but I'm glad she did. Oh, yeah, I do. She just continued doing that. That's fair. Okay. All right, let's see about sticking some more exhibits in here. I found what looks to be, yes, an exhibit, a space for an exhibit. Kind of. It looks like there is something there. Oops. I think I will have to enter group, grab this, delete it, and then I should be able to just go into habitats, then go to facilities, I mean. Okay, now let's kind of bring this up a bit. And a little bit over. Just click this. And now let's go into the exhibit trading center and get, not that guy, not a Goliath frog. We need to make sure we've got, not a Gila monster. How about a giant snail? Send to zoo. Kind of. I wonder if this should be moved up a bit more, or let's try that. No, where are you? All right, well, we only have 2% of the things right in the exhibit. We need this. This is so shitty, but if it works, I don't even care. I just want the gold. That is it. All right, let's bring this humidity down. Perfect. And maybe I can close this back. Yeah, that. And I think 4 it is. Yeah. And let's add this and this. And let's just double check its overall happiness in here. Okay, perfect. Because we do need to get our animals to, in the end, to 90% happiness. And this is what tripped me up the first time I tried this. All right, so now I should have 11 animals, 11 individual animals within my zoo. Yes, so now I just need to find a spot to put another animal. And I can also, like another thing that I can do is like add a second animal into an exhibit. Like for example, let's exit that. For example, right here, I have a Bornean orangutan. So, if I go into here and I scroll down and I find it, there could be some known, okay, not in this particular case, but it does exist. However, most of the time, it's a well-researched animal. Like, potentially, I could mix the lemurs in together. But I think the better thing to do is just to find a spot to put an extra exhibit. And I think if I do that, that is all I need to do. So let's keep a close eye out for a spot that an exhibit would work. Like, possibly here. I wonder if it would fit. Facilities. I don't think it's gonna fit, but maybe I can like get rid of shit to like fit it. And the other thing that's going on here is see, look, it's underneath here. There we go. If it works, it works. All right. All right, let's go into here, the exhibit trading, and scroll all the way down. I wish they would adjust this every time. Okay, fine. It's being such an ass. You know what? Might help. Okay. Amazonian giant centipede, boa constrictor. How about any of those? No. Okay, giant burrowing cockroaches, although they sound, no, I already know we have this in here. So let's actually get rid of that. Oh wait, I already put that in, and I know we've got a gillifrog, but a Goliath beetle, Goliath bird eater. Oh wait, I already have a Goliath frog. What the hell? Oh yeah, that I knew about. Puff adder, three-eyed tree frog, titan beetle. Where is this fight? Oh my god, I think they're forcing us to. They're forcing us to add a habitat. All right. Well, how can I cheat? I'm not building a habitat. Okay, well, let's look at the animals that I have within the habitats. Okay, ringtail lemur and red ruff lemur can actually go together, but I believe the Hippopotamus has a mate that can go with it quite well. So let's go in there and see if I can bring it up in the Zoopedia. I think I'm gonna have to do it the old-fashioned way. Okay. I feel like I've had a mixed exhibit with the Hippopotamus, which is the correct way to say that. So let me just look into this. Let me just think about this for a second. Research. Let's get you researching. Oh, there's a pretty well researched, so that probably won't work. View Zoopedia. Okay. One other thing here. Okay, there's stuff in each of the habitats. Okay. What happens if I get some peacocks and put them in with the hippos? I mean, even if one gets eaten, maybe I'll complete the challenge before then. Let's go around. Okay, let's look at all of the animals' welfare in here first. Let's see if I can do it from here. Habitats. Who is unhappy? So far, I think they're all happy. So maybe I can just buy some peacocks. I don't think so. I think they're gonna be very specific as to what they want. I wonder if I could put a tapir in there. What happens? What happens if I do this? Let's see what happens if I do this. Although this one won't have a happiness of 89%, so... Let's put 2 in here. This will work, right? They won't kill each other. And if they do, we'll get some great shots of it. Or, of course, the tapir won't kill, but... Where is the entrance to this exhibit? Is there an entrance to this exhibit? Did they not put it in so that I don't add anything? Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay, they're going in. They're going in.
My, you have been busy, haven't you?
Done!
But now that you've adopted all these lovely new species, we need to make sure they're nice and happy. So let's get the average...
Return to menu. New zoo. Lazy AF challenge. Bitches. That's right. Oh, well, hello there, Penelope. Did you have a good sleep? She was napping the whole video. All right, let's try to complete one more.
Hi, shall we?
And I need a candy. Candy are good for you. It's the 5th food group. You need 17 servings of candy a day. 1 serving of candy equals 500 grams. In other words, this bag is only 150 grams. It's not even a serving. All right, Panda Park tutorial on easy. Hi, little kitten. Hi, kitten. Oh, she's woken up and she needs so much attention. Oh, I know. Are you a salted caramel kind of kitty? Hi. Let's not do that. She's so sweet. But she likes to use her claws to scratch me to get attention, and it hurts. I'm just going to double check the temperature of my computer once again because Planet Zoo tends to make it very hot and I'd rather it not freeze and interrupt the stream. It's still loading. Oh, it has not gone down at all. How about we bring it over to performance? See if that happens. Performance. Okay, my fan is running, so hopefully that will help a lot. Hi, kitten. Come here. Do you want to say hi to everyone? Hi. Yeah, you're 11, aren't you? Here we go. She's got so much to purr about.
Ah, pandas. They're my daughter's favorite animal.
Like you've ever had sex.
I think it's fair to say that if ever there was an animal which has captured the public's imagination, it's pandas. Oh, well, that's assuming you ignore cats and dogs, obviously. It'll take more than a cute bear to knock them off of the top spot. Oh, but did you know?
I know, kitten.
Thanks to the incredible conservation work that's being done in China and around the world, pandas are no longer endangered. Amazing! That said, they're still considered vulnerable. So, this zoo is extraordinarily lucky and honored to be part of that conservation effort. It really speaks to our reputation. A reputation.
Flamingos! I'm wearing a flamingo dress in honor of Planet Zoo. Everyone needs a flamingo dress, or pants, or whatever you prefer to wear, of course.
Oh, wait, I can. It is vitally important.
A long shirt. I don't know. You just need something with a flamingo on it. You gotta stop doing that!
Perhaps more pressingly,
oh, I know.
the eyes of Nancy are on you, too.
Oh, Nancy. Look. Oh, you're such a baby kitty.
Welcome to China. This is Bernie's brand new Panda Celebration Zoo. So new, in fact, that it's not quite finished. But we'll deal with that later. First, let's take a tour of the zoo.
All right, zoo tour. Locate the giant panda
Obviously,
habitat.
The giant pandas are the main attraction for this zoo, and luckily for us, we have one which was born just a few days ago. Let's go.
Enter the giant panda camera. Okay, there we go.
Don't be shy. Select the panda cub.
Yep. Oh, fine. I have to does it actually say that?
Oh,
Yes, I did. Okay, no, it didn't. Okay. Quarantine the sick stable antelope. Aw.
Did you know that giant pandas, or Ailuropoda melaleuca if we're being formal, are the only entirely herbivorous bears? They can actually eat up to 38 kilos of bamboo a day. Not that surprising, given that they'll spend up to 14 hours a day chomping away. I don't imagine this little fluff ball has that kind of appetite yet, though.
Aw, little fluff ball. There we go. I'm gonna find a sick sable antelope. Aw.
Oh no. I just got word from one of our keepers that a sable antelope was placed into a habitat without going through quarantine first, and that they're displaying signs of disease. We'll have to move them into quarantine to stop the infection from spreading to the other animals. To do that, go to the highlighted habitat, find the infected animal, and then select them to bring up
There's
their information.
only one animal in here. It's definitely a sable antelope.
Good. Now click move and then transfer them into quarantine. I've highlighted the quarantine facility in the zoo for you.
Okay. Quarantine.
Oh, phew. That's a relief.
There we go. Now it says it's
Now that
sick.
we've stopped the infection from spreading any further, we need to build a vet surgery so the antelope can be treated and then returned to his habitat. I've already highlighted where I'd like you to build it, so why don't we head over there?
I have no idea how I'm gonna fit a veg surgery on top of that. I really gonna try to not remove anything because I'm lazy. Habitat, facilities. I said facilities. Okay, there we go. And staff facilities, a vet surgery. And how about this one? Fits like a charm. Okay, now I also have to come around here, make sure that I've got the front of it, and I don't.
In order to build the vet surgery, click on facilities, staff facilities, and then vet surgeries.
Where's the, this is what I'm very confused about. I know what a door looks like. There we go. Okay, there we go. Outside placement area. Okay. Okay, I think the actual issue is actually the tilt of the building. So let's try to get it as straight as I can. I'm not good at that, but we'll... Okay, and now we'll shift it over a bit. Maybe tilt it a bit more. Try to figure out where it's outside the placement area. It still looks like it could be there. Let's see. Outside the placement area, yeah, okay. So maybe I want to shift it over a little bit. Maybe I want it up here. Outside the placement area, okay. How? Maybe you need to come up further this way. There is still an issue with tilt. Okay. I don't know why they don't make this easier. Like, it's just, you're just trying to learn to play the game. Like, I mean, if it's roughly in there, just give it to them. Like, this is incredibly specific. I really don't want this to be the thing that defeats me today. Hi, Penelope. I know, okay? I'm a little frustrated right now. Yeah. I think I did it. Oh my god, that was way too ridiculous. Okay.
Vet surgeries play a very important role in a zoo, as they're the only places that vets can treat the animals. Once there's room for the antelope, the vet will pick them up from quarantine and bring them to the surgery.
Hello, kitten.
Diseases
I
can
know.
spread through a habitat.
I know. Oh, hey, Mini Gems, how are you?
Cleaned regularly. As it happens, I just got a report that one of our water treatment facilities has broken down. And the water in the flamingo and saltwater crocodile habitats has gotten dirty. I've highlighted the water treatment facility for you, so you should go and check it out.
Call mechanic. Okay,
Click
let's
on
hope.
the water treatment facility to bring up its information panel.
Oh, I think the mechanic is there now. Perfect. Okay. And right after this, I should be able to go
I don't think you need a degree
on
in
to
mechanics
silver.
tell that this
Woo!
is a
Awesome.
family
I'm great, Mini Gems. Thanks for asking.
to get them to come over
I
and
decided
fix
to
it
do
for
the
us.
career mode for Planet
So,
Zoo.
just
Do you
to explain,
have the game?
water treatment
That's what,
facilities work
yeah.
in a similar manner to power sources, in that they have a radius of
Locate
influence
workshop
around them.
1.
That means any body of water which is even partly within that radius will be cleaned automatically.
Begin researching
Also,
just
like
a
power
memento.
sources, if they get damaged, that radius
Hello,
of influence
kitten.
will
Come here.
shrink, meaning that it might stop cleaning water sources which were only just within its
Oh,
reach.
it's really nice, especially if you like simulation games like The Sims. It is a hefty game, though. Like, I have a gaming laptop, and I'm having to check my fan and the computer temperature constantly. But I do recommend it if you do have a powerful enough computer. And I don't understand why it needs to be powerful. Like, The Sims runs well, and you don't need a crazy computer for that. Mechanic research. Just a memento. Where is it? It says begin researching just a memento, but I feel like they actually mean souvenir shops.
Those antelopes. I dread to think what might have happened if you hadn't got them into quarantine as quickly as you did. Fast thinking there.
I know.
We had
I'm great.
a global outbreak of viral gastroenteritis
Adopt
here at Goodwin House.
Adopt and place the
luckily,
giant,
that
the
was just
gifted
limited to me
giant
and my
pandas. Okay. Here we go. Some gifted giant pandas. Hi.
We've got all our urgent
Come
tasks
here.
in hand.
Come
It's time
on.
to focus on the guests,
I know.
improving their
Awesome. Yeah, I would try it. Check out the specs. I bought it on Steam, and honestly, it's been a really good day. Really good game. I have all the DLC as well, so
I've highlighted the work
unless there's a new pack that I
over there.
I just didn't know about.
Then click on View Workshop.
Penelope, what are you doing? You're so silly today.
Great
know,
stuff.
Yeah.
That research will take a little while, so let's have a look at something else in the meantime. Because we've had some good news.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, wait. Oh my god, Penelope, come on, scoot, scoot.
Turns out that we're allowed to adopt more giant pandas. The authorities have given us 3 females to help with our breeding program. Even so, I'm sure you know how notoriously difficult it is to get pandas to breed, so we'll have to be patient. Our current giant panda habitat is full to the brim, but luckily we've already got another habitat ready to go. But before we move our new pandas in, they'll need to go through quarantine. Of course, we can't do that until we've accepted them. So open up animal trading and go into the animal reward section.
Sending them. I don't know that I can send more than one at a time. I'm not sure what size that is.
Finally, we can send them from animal storage to quarantine. To do that, just select them in animal storage, then click send to zoo, and then click on the quarantine facility in the zoo. Don't worry.
Oh, it's a quarantine small, so it can only have one. So we'll just have to wait. They can be very limited. Hello, Penelope. She's such a good friend, aren't you? I got her on September 1st, 2010, when I moved into an apartment. And I opened a door in the apartment and, well, it turns out the previous tenants had forgot something. Yeah, I didn't forget you, though. Okay. All right. Let's see if it's ready for another panda now. I don't remember which one I put in quarantine, though, so this should be fun. Thank you for the follow. You are now my newest loyal subject. Come on. Delivery scheduled. Okay, sweet. And we'll just need to get the final one into quarantine so we can complete this goal. And also, let's try to see where this other panda habitat is. So we've got giant panda there and new giant panda. Okay, perfect. Flix, hi! How are you? It's been a while. I've missed you. Yeah. let's see. Let's try this one again. Let's try getting this final panda. What is going on? Okay, guys, if you have epilepsy, just don't look away if you're photosensitive, because this is bad. I have a sister with epilepsy, and she may not be photosensitive, but, like, triggers are bad. Okay. I've had a few streams in here. They've sort of been last minute. I don't know what's happening. I really hope that none of you guys have epilepsy. I think I'm gonna have to save this and reload it. Oh, wait, I may have just fixed the issue. Invalid destination. Okay, there's still one in there. I don't know. It just completely bugged out and I got nervous. But I managed to fix it. So that's the important part. Okay. Man, this is taking a while to get these pandas through quarantine. Are there any more quarantines? No, of course there's not. All right.
While we wait for them
Okay, there we go.
You should set up their new habitat so they feel
Okay,
at home in there.
let's go to
I
zoo.
also need you to bring over one
This
of
is
the main
Planet
pandas
Zoo. Have you
from our
played
other
it before?
habitats, because without him, we're not going to have much of a breeding program, are we? So go on, move him over and get everything set up for your pandas.
All right. It says everything's set up for my pandas. They already have water. Let's see what else this is asking for. Move one male. Okay, so I am going to have to move all the males in there. Do you mean the predecessor? What was that called? Zoo Tycoon? Because this game came out at the end of 2019. But Zoo Tycoon was out for quite a while, and I quite like that game as well. I don't know, sometimes I kind of want to pull up my copy of it and do a stream on Zoo Tycoon, because it's a good game. Even if this has kind of overshadowed it, Zoo Tycoon has its purpose, and I quite enjoy it. Okay. My pandas are not out of storage, out of quarantine yet, apparently, which I don't understand. Because they should be, because there's already room for one in there. So all right, let's try to find this quarantine again. I think it might be here. Quarantine small. Yeah, apparently there are 3 animals in it. So let's move all 3 of these guys into this habitat and bring a male over to it. I'm really big into these types of simulation games. I definitely think The Sims is my my favorite game. I don't know if you saw the announcement on my Discord, but I did start a couple of YouTube channels. One where I am posting original content and one where I'm posting the streams. And I actually posted a video there today. If you are interested in seeing it, you feel free to subscribe and comment and like the videos. But I don't want to make it mandatory, obviously. I mean, I can't, even if I wanted to, I guess. Let's go find the original panda habitat and bring him and move a male into here. I'm on the wrong panel. Habitats, giant panda. How about this guy? Move to this location. Perfect. Okay, now we need to add a feeding station, a food and toy enrichment, and get the terrain and the plant welfare up to 90%. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, there should be 2 videos on there. I do plan on posting more. I think it was you I was talking to. I said on a stream that I had an idea for a project I wanted to launch, but I didn't want to announce it. It was this YouTube channel. I've been working on a way on the 2 videos that are posted. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I do a bit of voiceover work, so I guess I just carried over the skill from that. I mean, I've never been hired, but thanks. Okay, so I need food and water. What's the weather like in Texas these days? Because it's like it was minus 30 Celsius here, and with the wind chill, it was over minus 40. And again, that's Celsius. Let me see if I can convert that, because let's see. Where's my calculator? I bet you my calculator will do this. Let's see, minus 30 Celsius. Come on. Come on, phone. I hate when it does this. Okay, convert temperature. Negative 30. Oops. Negative 30. So it was, oh, sorry, that's Fahrenheit. It was, oh, negative 22 Fahrenheit here. Oh, thanks. Oh, yeah? I'm envious of you. I'm so envious. You have no idea. I cannot wait for summer. Our summers here are really nice. Like they're no Texas summers, but because we're so far north, we get sunlight from, what would I say, probably like 5 in the morning to about 11 at night. And I mean, the days could stand to be warmer, but in my opinion, they could always be warmer. So probably a nice summer day is about 25 degrees Celsius, which would make it about 77 Fahrenheit, which is probably cold by Texas standards, but it is quite nice when that is what you're used to, if that makes sense. Let's see. I gotta go to here. And we need food and water. We've got food. Let's make sure this is good for giant pandas. Yes, it is. Let's put it right here so that they have to come right close to the water. the viewing platform to eat. So now we need some enrichment. Kitten, what are you doing? I don't think a panda would like a... Oh, yeah, okay. We're going to give you a cardboard box, pandas. And toy enrichments. Let's see. Do pandas like these? Yes, they do. You're going to get one of these. Wait, that was a toy enrichment before. There we go. Forage box. Nope. I don't. Okay, let's just, by species. Giant panda. Let's see what kind of food enrichments they like. Oh, really? We should trade lives. I am very much a hot weather person. However, I'm not used to, Texas weather, right? So when I say I like hot weather, I probably wouldn't survive a week in Texas. Let's see, what else do we need in here? Okay, increase terrain welfare up to 90% and plants to 90%. So let's have a good look at what animals are in here. Yes, I realize that, but what I need. Okay, so maybe if I click on an individual animal. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong. That would help. I have to look at the right one. Oh, nice. Yeah. I keep my window open as long as I can. The only time I start closing it is when I actually risk like um the pipes freezing. That seems like a good reason. Oh my god. Why is this happening? Okay. Okay. Let's close that. New panda habitat. That is what I want. Why haven't the other animals been... Okay. This guy must be lonely. Where are the other pandas? Okay, I need to check on that. See if they're listed in here as being moved. Because they were in quarantine. So maybe let's go back and check in quarantine. Are you stepping on it? Why is this? Okay, I think it might be frozen. Oh, yeah, I did a Minecraft stream. It made me a little motion sick, and I did do some work in it since. I had never opened it before at all. So I literally opened it for the very first time on the stream. It was horrendous, like hilarious how bad I was at it. And so I'm gonna learn a bit more about the game and get acquainted with it before I do another Minecraft stream. It is posted on my other YouTube channel, the Empress Live. It was the first one I posted on there, so you can go and check it if you would like. Okay, yes. These animals are still here. That explains a lot and nothing at the same time. Oh, I think I know why, because it's like one habitat, but you have to... Invalid destination. Why? I'm so confused. Why is this an invalid destination? The other one. Oh, wait. I have an idea. Huh. Okay, there's an issue here. Yeah, I got it on PC. I just bought it off the Microsoft Store. And, yeah, I think part of the issue is, one, I'm not used to those first-person games. But two, I have, like, a old TV that I use as my computer monitor. So it's like a 32-inch, like, it's old. So it's probably, like, 720p that I don't use as a TV anymore. So it makes a great monitor. All right. Why? Okay, I'm so confused. All right, well, what we can do is go in here and see them, theoretically. Hey, why aren't you letting me? This is a thing. I've done it before. Maybe I just don't have my camera lined up correctly. I don't know. Oh, maybe the quarantine is the one that you can't do that with. Ugh, of course. All right. Why isn't this working? Select group. Nope, that's definitely not what... Uh-oh. I guess undo. I think. Where did my... Oh, okay, it's right there. Okay. Maybe redo, because I don't know what I just undid. Okay, why is this not working? Okay. Move. Maybe I have to move them... Okay, where's the other panda exhibit? I'm so confused. Giant pandas. Okay, let's have a look here. See what we can figure out. That's the vet. This is the trade center right here. Maybe I have to move them into the trade center. I don't know. I don't understand. Yeah. Look, it's like move them here, but then it doesn't let you. I have no idea what is going on right now, guys. And I think that it might just be that my computer is overheating. Oh, darn. Yeah, no, I think it might just be that my computer's overheating and that maybe it's time that I end this for the night and come back to this later and finish it up, and theoretically it should be no issue. So thank you so much for joining in. I do want to leave a link to the Discord if anyone wants to join me on Discord. It's been a lot of fun. I'm just going to use this, copy that, paste it in here. Also, keep remembering that you can find me on YouTube at The Empress or The Empress Live, and at the Sims 4 Gallery at The Empress OC. I just did 1 2-hour stream tonight. So I think that I will end this here, and I just want to say that I am the Empress, and if you really want to impress me, you can become one of my loyal subjects by pressing the follow button. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.